Hello everyone, Straw Hat Brody here with A&Bgaming, and let's get right to it. The elephant in the room, the cliffhanger Blizzard left us on, the skeleton in the closet from Draenor, player housing. It's coming to World of Warcraft sometime next year, and we have no idea what it's going to be like. But we can speculate, theorize, connect the dots, and make some guesses as to what it might be. Walk with me real quick as we find our way to what player housing could be like in World of Warcraft. Player housing in MMOs and games in general provides a whole new minigame inside the game. It's like a collectathon of things you've done throughout the virtual world that you could bring back to your own sphere of influence inside your home. Several games have done this, some better than others. There's Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy XIV, but the best I've played came from a game by ex-Blizzard employees, and I loved it. It was called WildStar. It was revolutionary in its telegraph combat system, but their player housing was insane. You could make your floating plot of land as crazy as you wanted or as elegant as you pleased, filling it with things you'd get from around the world. Spaceships, different trees, different crafting buildings. I saw someone even make a skate park that you could use your hoverboards on and do tricks. It was amazing. Now, I don't think we're getting our own plot of land in Azeroth. Ian let it slip on an interview with Taliesin that there will be player housing in Stormwind, so it's safe to assume it will be some kind of system that allows players to have a house in the major cities. A game that does this well allows you to live in the cities you fight to protect, like Gotham and Metropolis. DC Universe Online. Using this model, Blizzard can have certain buildings throughout the cities that provide instance player housing. I don't think Blizzard would give us our own plots of land in-game just yet. Maybe that can be later on, specific to guild halls. That's another video entirely. But having your own plot of land in the city just doesn't align with the current layout that most cities have in-game. There's no front yards in Stormwind. Having instance housing plots makes the most sense. This allows players to live in the same house, but inside being free for them to decorate as their own. Being able to select an architecture type from your faction to start, say if you're on the Alliance, you can pick Gilnean architecture, human architecture, or even Night Elf architecture, and then being able to decorate the inside of it with things you pick up along your journey. Make it however you want. With a large amount of cities throughout the world right now, Blizzard is having them all get revamped and redone in the coming expansions, as the Draenei are getting their home city revamped and Silvermoon is getting a large revamp, mainly due to flying in those zones, but still, imagine if they changed that whole left side of Silvermoon's map and added more buildings in for player housing. Even the Forsaken are retaking Lordaeron and rebuilding there, with the Earthen of Dornegal also stating that there are a lot of open homes in that city. It's all pointing towards these new cities opening up to player housing. Now, what would this look like in-game? Gaining furniture and other items for you to use in decorating your home. Blizzard may be giving us a test run with 11.1, the Warbands UI updates, Camp Collection. In speculating here, we can think up the system Blizzard would be testing for us to use to collect items and display on our Warband screen. So who's to say this can't be extended to player housing once that system goes live? To get Feralus as your background on your Warband, you may have to travel there and set up camp with locals. Doing this quest unlocks said background for your warbands, adding in a certain housing currency for players to grind and buy things, rather than it being gold and the billionaires of WoW buying up everything and getting bored in 2 days. This can extend the process and allow a whole new avenue of gameplay for players who don't really spam content like that, say with mythic dungeons or raids. We could obtain different campfire models, tent models, background items, etc. Blizzard can make professions even more important, allowing certain ones to make certain kinds of pieces for your house. Bring back the forgotten archaeology profession and make that a part of having relic statues in your house. Big lore pieces from events of the old world. Jewel crafters can craft chandeliers for you to hang. Blacksmiths can craft replica swords you can mount on your wall. Leatherworkers can craft furs or head mounts of certain beasts. I'm sure you get the idea. The list goes on and on. In the comments, let me know what things you think professions could make. Just think about how they would literally flood the auction house, and it would just be market prices throughout the roof. And I know the roleplay community in World of Warcraft has been going crazy since this announcement, but just imagine you're in Orgrimmar hanging out with your friends, and then you head back to your place in the Valley of Honor just beside the waterfall. Or you show your friends the high-rise apartment you got in Silvermoon overlooking the rest of the city. Or even just coming back from an adventure and wanting to chill in your house in the Old Town district of Stormwind. Having a home in the world you love that you can decorate how you want and show off to your friends and have parties without actually having to clean up or worry about your furniture being damaged. That idea sounds actually pretty appealing right now, but the possibilities are endless, honestly. So this is my idea on how Blizzard may be unveiling the player housing feature for World of Warcraft and its future moving forward. So however it releases, hopefully Blizzard, it grows, they listen to our feedback, they hear the community, and make the necessary changes to keep it fun. I love the fact that it introduces an endgame progression for those people who don't like to spam dungeons or run mythics or do a lot of raiding. It's just for those people who like to go around collecting things and exploring the world so that they can deck out their house back home. I can't wait for the WoW version of MTV Cribs to come out and everybody showing off how they decked out their house in Stormwind or Orgrimmar, and just overall housing competitions. That's going to be hilarious to see. But thank you guys for coming by. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment on what you think the housing feature is going to be. See you later.